I love my theme music. Gets me all riled up. Woohoo! What's up? It's Friday night, and it's the Skeptical Help Bar. We're open.
Hey guys.
What's up? Like Bob, it's Friday night, bitches. That's right. It's Friday night. We're open. It's open mic night. You guys know what that means. You keep the show running. If you don't ask questions or put topics or want to discuss things with me, I go home early. Donna goes home early. We both go home early. Yeah. And then drink more at home.
Yeah. And it's a good weekend for that.
It's a good weekend. Yeah. It's a long weekend, right? Because there's a holiday or something coming up.
Holiday on Monday that can't do nothing about.
Whatever. What's up, everyone? We got Paul Carr. Paul Carr is in YouTube. We got Bob. Damn it, Bob. Diane. Daniel Reed's here. What? Nice. Nice to see people popping into the chat room. Let me go over the rules because we need rules. Boom. We got. I'm messing up. I tried to do really be slick and be like rules and popped up on the wrong side. This backwards shit, man, throws me off. Rule number 1 is we're all. I was doing another show before this, so I was drinking before this, so I was pre-gaming. So I'm feeling pretty good. Rule number 1, you are welcome to ask questions, especially tonight because it is open mic night. That means you guys ask questions. I try to answer them. If I can't, then I move on to the next question.
Or we look it up.
We look it up. That's what we do. This is a learning show. This is what it's all about. Rule number 2 is that I don't know everything. So that's it. I mean, I don't know everything.
He doesn't know.
I don't. So I might not know the answer to your question, but we'll try to look it up. And if not, then I'll write it down, or Donna will write it down, and we'll look it up during the week, and we'll get back to you at the next show. Rule number 3 is the Patrick Swayze rule, which means be nice. Or Donna will boot your ass. It says it right there.
And I'm good at it.
Basically, you can be in the chat room, and if certain topics come up, you can discuss them, debate them. You can disagree. That's cool. Just do not devolve into name calling or just being a dick. Don't be a dick.
Yeah.
Nobody likes that.
I don't like porn either.
Well.
Wow.
Never mind. Rule number 4 is that if you do have a question, put a capital Q in front of it, and that way Donna can save it or put it in the queue, and then we can get to it. Make sure we get to it before the end of the show. And rule number 5 is my favorite. Drink up. I got my special. I got my Las Vegas, my shiny Las Vegas cup. Oh.
Yeah, I just have a Pepsi.
You just have a Pepsi. We got more people coming in. Diana's here. Cool. Kyle. Dave Schumacher. Oh, shit, that guy. We got, yeah. Hey, Tom. How you doing? Good to see people popping in. That's good. On a Friday night before Christmas. I mean,
Christmas.
That's pretty good.
Holiday.
You know, because this is like the last minute where all of us have to go out and get gifts for people that we forgot about and stuff. So
I'm glad some people didn't forget.
yes, me too. All right.
Wow. Wow.
All right. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? We got some comments. Oh, Crow of Judas. What's up, buddy? I did his podcast a while back, a couple weeks back. Yeah, he's a nice guy. I like him. He means last minute Amazon orders. That's right. That's right. I don't have much to talk about. I mean, I have. Let's see. Like, I did a recent video while we wait for some questions to pop in. I did a recent video, published it. It was about the glow stick, the ghost hunting sex toy glow stick that I had on the show a while back, a couple weeks back now. It was a while, but I finally did. I got it all together and they released it, so it's out there now, and it just goes through like how I heard about it, and then you follow like me putting it together and then testing it to see how the cheaper version of the expensive original compared to a even cheaper one. So it's a pretty good video. I like it. I had fun doing it. So check it out when you can. It's on skepticalinquirer.org. Statement: talk about the black box on the motion sensor, or this one, the remote viewing challenge. We're doing that today. We're doing that tonight. So basically, this is a remote viewing challenge. Let me see. Is that a haunted skull? Oh my God, I didn't even realize that was in the picture. Yeah, there you go. So we're going to be doing this tonight. I'll tell you the rules. Basically, I'll go through it real quick right now. And then I know there's at least one question that came in before the show, so I want to get to that. But basically, there is a item that's locked inside this box. You should be able to hear it. So it's locked in there. I have the key. Donna doesn't know what's in there. Only me. So
do that again.
You're not going to get it just from the knocking around. You're not. You're not.
Oh.
So basically, you guys can make guesses throughout the night. If you want to, type the word guess and then what your answer is, and we'll see. If anybody gets it, you win a prize. I'll send you one of these. It's a CD, still in the package. It's all the Skeptical Inquirer magazine issues, all the articles from 1976 up to 2005. Tons of information in here.
Yeah, that's a good deal.
So I can send that one out to you. That Amazon order Dave was talking about. Like that. I like
right,
that.
Bob. Guess again.
Yeah. All right. All right. So let's see. I know we had at least one question. And again, if you have a question, please do us a favor, put a capital Q in front of it. That way we can pick them out from all the other comments. But I know we had one question so far that came in beforehand. Can we get that up on the screen?
Sure.
Yeah. All right. Dun, dun, dun. So Paul Carr, a bit outside my wheelhouse, an orb video shot indoors. Would be interested in ideas about how this could be faked. So, it's not necessarily faked. I don't think I've ever come across anyone that has faked an orb photo or orb video. It's usually what happens is that there's either a dust particle or a bug that is the culprit. So basically, dust particles, they're always in the air. They're always around us. We just don't see them because they're so small, and usually the light doesn't hit them right. So when you're talking about a surveillance camera, and I don't have any right here in the office. They're all actually set up on the other side of the building. But you have a lens that's very small. You have a protective cover. Usually it has like a weather cover that's on it. And then you have the infrared LEDs that are around the lens. So on that cover, you can have a bug fly within a few inches of the lens. I'm trying to look around to see if there's anything that I can use to go in front of here and just see if that works. That's too small. Let me see if this works. This might actually work. Let me see if that's. So this, hopefully it doesn't focus on that. So if you look at the head of this pin, you can see that you can see through it. You can see that what is that back there? Oh, it's a card. Anyway, so you can see my face through this. And that's because it gets so close to the lens that the camera can't focus on it. So it's looking around it. And you'll get this blurry shape. And usually when you're talking about a bug or a dust particle, it will be so small that the camera will look around it, but you get this little blurry kind of blob. And if it's floating around, it could be a dust particle. It could be a bug, just a tiny little bug that floats around or flies in front of the camera. And there you have it. And sometimes it takes a few seconds. If it actually lands on the protective lens, it can crawl around and look really weird. Like it'll slowly go across this way and you'll see it rotate and then go up a different direction, rotate again and go this way. So there's a lot to that. So I do have a collection of videos where dust particles and bugs are going through. I had to actually put them I need to put them together in like a little
Yeah.
instruction video and just put them out there. I think that would be really good because I did set up 8 cameras down the other end of this building. A couple of them are outside, and the rest are inside, where I know nobody really goes. It's like an old section of the building. Nobody really goes down there, but the little buggers do. So I've got really cool like spider webs that have been trapped, and that was a fascinating one. There was a spider web that was in front of the camera, and it's this very thin, blurry line that had a little points on it where it was reflecting a little bit more light, so it had like orbs along the ridge or along the line.
Mm-hmm.
It was so tiny. I kept going over to the camera and looking at it with a flashlight and getting like straight up into it, and I couldn't find it. Like I was going up and like putting my finger like all the way around here, trying to see if I could get it, come back to the monitor, look at the monitor, it's still there. So it was so small you don't see it. And that's what we're talking about here. Little tiny bugs, little gnats, or just dust particles that will float. And depending on where the video was taken, like if it was a garage or basement, I mean, you're talking dust particles, anything from fibers, textile fibers from like sheets or blankets or pillows or couches to insulation, wood particles, stuff like that. So there's a lot that you can get into. So hopefully that cleared up that question and you got a better idea of what might have caused that. But if you don't think it applies, then go ahead. You can email it to me. You can email it to me at kbiddle@centerforinquiry.org, and then I'll take a look at it, and then I'll have a better idea of what it is. So there you go. That was good. That was a good opening question. Not too bad. I didn't get upset because it was an orb question. Orbs are like the bane of my existence. All right. We got anything else?
Yeah, there's one from Jake.
Jake from State Farm. How many times have you heard that? I'm sure you hear that a lot. I'm sorry. That was bad. What do you think of the overnight crew? Hard to tell who's faking it or not. So I don't know what the overnight crew is. Overnight crew. Let's see if we can look that up. Is that like can you follow up, and is that like a YouTube channel or what? Because I don't think I've ever heard of them. Overnight crew. Let's see. Overnight crew. Oh, I don't think this is it. Custom wheel stickers for Ray Graham lights. That's not it. All right. Let's see. Let's do.
We can wait till he comes back.
Paranormal. Overnight paranormal experience. Yeah, there's like tours and stuff. Yeah, I'll have to wait till you come back and ask or follow up with some more information because I'm not sure what you're talking about. All right, what else we got? Tom Flock. On the topic of your latest video, do you worry about people using those instructions to make the device and then going out trying to sell it for $120? No, I mean, anyone has. So the device that I made was basically just a motion sensor and a stand. I mean, and that was basically it. Add an alarm, and anyone that had any kind of mechanical know-how, you work on cars or you do woodworking projects or any kind of like just do it yourself kind of stuff, you can do it. It's not a big deal. I mean, I figured it out just from looking at the original device on the outside. And then I got a picture of the inside, so I was able to see, all right, I didn't have to solder anything. It was just basically plug and play. So I'm not worried about other people building it. And if they really wanted to, then they could go the long route and just buy one and then take it apart and, reverse engineer it and just figure out, okay, I need these and this and this. But I mean, the parts were basically like right there. It only took me about an hour to find all of the parts, exact matches. So it wasn't a big deal. And I mean, it's not actually it's being sold as a ghost hunting device, but I didn't see any claims that it actually captures anything. that it's just a motion sensor and anyone can do it. I mean, might as well have fun with it. Mine I set up in the office now sometimes because we have Nerf battles here, and some people sneak up on me because my office door is over there, and I'm usually working here. I'm not looking at it. I do have a mirror up here. Look at the door, but it's still nice having a motion sensor up there. But I'm not really worried about anyone making the devices and selling it themselves. What I'm worried about is people not understanding what these devices are and what they're paying for. And that was the main point of my video, is that instead of spending $120, you can spend $26 or even $10, maybe like 15, and make one yourself. I mean, literally Home Depot, and this is one we went into last time. Home Depot has a LED strip with a motion sensor already on it for $10, and you can just use that. You can put that anywhere. You can put it on a hanger and just hang it anywhere, like on a door frame or whatever. And there you go. You got a motion sensor. So I guess the overall lesson was just be aware of what you're buying. You know, if you really want these ghost hunting gadgets, maybe just look into it. What exactly are you buying? Is it worth the money? No. Can you get it cheaper? Yes. And are you just buying just basic parts, like cheap parts, and just having someone put it together? I mean, if I was selling those as motion sensors, not ghost hunting devices, I mean, what do you think? It cost me $26 in parts. You know,
Usually you double it.
Double it.
$50.
So $50. I would sell it for $50. You know, and even the ones that I put into a doll, I would probably still scare them up though. I would make them all creepy because I just
the
like
dolls
that.
would be more expensive, I think, because it depends on the doll too.
Well, that I would put in. I would sell for $50, but use the $10 motion sensor and then just make them creepy. You know,
Yeah.
spend like watch TV or a movie and make them all creepy and then sell them as motion sensors, not ghost hunting
I like the
devices.
doll because I like the dress lights up.
Yeah, they're just lights up. She's pretty
And
cool.
it doesn't make like a really loud noise. It's just the light.
Yeah, I don't like the alarm. The alarm is
Yeah.
really annoying, and I understand though, because if it's being marketed to ghost hunters and campers. So if you put that down the hallway and you go down, like if you're in a big building, you go all the way down the other end, then you can hear it. Or if you're, you set it up outside your tent and a bear comes around,
Right.
yeah, I agree. I understand why they did it, and it's not bad, but I wouldn't use it just because I don't really do those kind of things unless I'm tagging along.
So Tom has a follow-up statement.
Sure. I've been thinking about making some similar how-to videos, but was hesitant. I don't want to empower any kind of exploitation. That's what I think you meant, exploitation. I see the videos I do are not really how-to. They are, this is how it was done. So I don't know if there's a real distinction there, but it's basically showing you, again, the point was to show you how cheap the parts were and how easily it went together. So it was showing you, like, this is what you're buying. It's not worth it. When I take apart the other stuff, like I've taken apart the REM pod, static dome. I've taken apart, there was a like EMF for food for ghost thing box that was just like a real piece of shit. I took apart some of the Paranologies crap. That was a static detector, the steampunk thing I took apart just to show people what was inside. And again, like a lot of these static detectors or static electricity detectors, they call them triboelectric because it sounds fancier. It's not actually a real word. But you can buy, like I bought the sensor for that. I think I bought 10 of them for like $4 or something like that. It was a ridiculous price. And it didn't take me long to do it. Hey, Jonathan, speaking of people, Jonathan, Jonathan, I'm sorry. I thought it was a different Jonathan, but hey, Jonathan, good to see you.
He said the large tube video was a great video.
Oh, cool. Good, good, good. I'm sorry, Jonathan Vanover was the guy that helped me with some of the stuff, the static detector and all that kind of stuff. And he built me the 3D ghost ones that I was auctioning off. So yeah, don't be, I mean, Tom, if you're going to do a video like that, it depends on your intent. Like if you're showing people like this is what you're getting, then I think it's a good educational video because now people are informed consumers. That's what they are. They're more educated. They understand what they're getting. They can look at something and go, oh, like the REM pod. I mean, that's literally a PVC coupling that you get at Home Depot for like $2 or $3, you know, and then the rest of it was hot glue and a $20 electronics kit for kids. That's what was in it. And being able to show people that and say, hey, you know, this is what you're paying for. You know, maybe next time think twice or, you know, think once that I don't want this. You know, don't pay for that. So what's he say? That is exactly it. Showing people parts and those devices are cheap. Yeah. And a lot of them are. I mean, the speaker that we're talking about, I got 10 for $10. So it was $1 speaker, you know, it real cheap. And I just glued it in. that's all I did. Hot glue seems to be a major component for a lot of these devices. Hot glue.
Yeah, you just glue everything.
Yeah, glue it. Oh.
So getting back to Jake's question.
Yes.
It's called, the YouTube channel is called Overnight. Not Overnight.
Okay, so I do have it here.
And the hosts are Elton and Corey.
Sorry. So I see it here. You know what I don't like? I do not, and this is nothing personal. I'm going to share this so you can see this and so you know what I'm talking about. I do not like videos that have this face, like one of the people on it, and they're all like in every single video. I do not like that because I think it's just, it comes off as silly to me.
Have you ever watched their channel?
I don't think I've watched this, but these are like this is even worse because these are the same pictures.
Right.
It's the same profile picture for both of these guys.
And they're different videos.
And they're different videos. Yeah. Like, I don't like that. And again, it's nothing personal against them because I don't know who these people are. And I haven't watched these. So I'm going
really can't answer the question.
No, I can't answer the question because I don't know yet. But I'll watch one after. I'll watch one this weekend. I'm gonna write it down. Overnight, not crew. Overnight YouTube channel. So I can watch this and then hopefully when you come back in 2 weeks when we have a show, you can ask again and I'll be informed and I'll be able to give you an opinion. Because I do watch some of these. I don't watch a lot of these kind of shows or YouTube channels because it's just like, again, like with the titles, you know, like some of these are most terrifying paranormal. I don't, possession of Elton cassette, possession. I don't believe in possession, but you know, I'll watch them. I'll give them a try. Again, I'm not gonna give an opinion because I don't know. But I'm just going off the icons here, and I'm like, ugh. Okay.
Ready?
All right, I'm ready for another one. Kim, hi Kim. How did you get started? Was there a benchmark event that started you on the road to provide the other side of the other side? I like that. That's a good way to put it. There is. I'll give you the quick version because I have talked about this a few times, but I can send a link to the actual story where I wrote it up, and you can read more detail there. But basically, I was a ghost hunter for a couple years, and then I had an experience in Gettysburg where I was mistaken for a ghost. People thought I was a ghost, and the next morning when we went to a convention, I tried to explain that it was me, and they didn't want to hear it. So we went back and forth, and no matter what I said, no matter how much information I gave them, they denied it. So that actually put me on the path of learning more about science and skepticism, and it really helped me understand that everything that I was doing as a ghost hunter was wrong, basically everything, and learning the scientific method, learning how to interpret the data, how to collect data, how to put controls on your experiments, and so much more was just awesome. And actually solving a mystery, like not going to a place, doing a ghost hunt, and coming away not better or worse. Like you just went in and said, all right, I got some pictures, I got some recordings, awesome, cool, see you later, and leave, and nothing is resolved. So now the cases that I take on, I resolve. I'm able to bring them to a conclusion, which is greatly satisfying. I love it. So I'm going to put the link in the chat room for you if you're interested. No pressure. But if you want to read about this story in more detail, I just put it in the chat room so you can click on that and save it for later. Don't go reading it now. Stay on the show.
Yeah, she said thank you.
Also, since we're doing, open mic night, I'm going to. This is always a big risk. I'm going to put the link to join me in the chat room. And if you want to join me to ask a question in, or discuss it in more detail for a few minutes, not all night, but a few minutes, then you're welcome to jump in, and we'll see how that goes. All right. Anything else?
Yep.
What we got? Laura, do you remember Mike Baker? He used to take apart paratech crap and expose that these new inventions did not do what they were marketed to do. Mike Baker. It's not ringing a bell, but I might have come across him and just don't remember it. I don't know. I don't really. It doesn't come up. I mean, I've seen a few people do this. Not a lot, but I've seen a few, because honestly, it can be expensive. Like you can to get these devices, to get these ghost hunting devices, or any, like I've seen a few for the UFO community and for Bigfoot community, but mostly ghost hunting has all the gadgets, and they're expensive. Like I said, that motion sensor that I made, the glow stick thing, $120 for that. I'm not paying that shit. No,
Right.
No way. And then it just goes up from there. There's a few that are less than 100, but most of them are just, they're like $150, $200, $300.
The
People,
more they light up and the more they make noise, the more they
charge.
charge.
What really pissed me off is when people were selling I don't know if they still do. They were selling the Kinect for like $600 or $700.
Yeah.
And I was picking them up at flea markets for $5 and like making my own, and it was just, oh my gosh, it tore me up that people were spending that money. And I mean, it's up to you too. You can spend your money however you want. If you want to buy a gadget, go right ahead. I guess just what I want to do is just help you get it more informed, so that
What you're buying.
what you're buying, because you see, I mean, I get it. If you're in that community and you believe fully that things are real, like ghosts are real and this and that, and demons, and you watch the TV shows, you see them with like the latest gadgets and stuff like that. And I get it, because you want that toy, you want that gadget because you see it on TV. I was the same way. I'm still the same way. I mean, I watch movies and I'm like, yeah, I want that toy. I want one of those. So I get it. It's just that impulse buy might be deflected a little bit if you have a little bit more information. Maybe you come across an article that I wrote or a video that I did, and it was about a certain gadget, and then the next week or so, you see a TV show and they feature that gadget. You're like, oh, wait, I saw something. You just don't want to.
true,
Oh,
Bob.
so true. Dude, that came up. There's a guy that's been doing he does a lot of videos where he kind of like picks apart the paranormal shows. I've shared it a couple times, and he he did a big one on the recent like Conjuring House with Cody and Satori kind of thing, and used my articles on the REM pod and also the cat toy. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. That is really so cool. I like seeing that. Cat balls. Jeez.
Balls.
What the hell, man? And I know I'm joking around here. It's hard for me to understand the concept because so many people just buy without thinking, and it kills me. Do you believe there has been a legitimate sighting of a ghost?
Has ever been.
Ever been? I don't know. I can't answer that question honestly because there are so many people that claim to have witnessed such an event. And in order for me to say, well, it's probably not that, it's probably this, it's more likely to be something else, I'd have to go through each one. I can say for me personally, I do not believe in an afterlife. I don't think that ghosts exist. I think it is more of what is that? Not a figment of your imagination, but like almost like wishful thinking, like hoping that something like that happens because it's a comforting thought, to know that life goes on. And honestly, I don't know what happens. So I don't. What are you laughing at me for? I don't know what happens.
You don't know what happens.
All I can say is that I've seen way too many people die in front of me. And that's it. Like it just stops. And, that's all I know because I'm on this side. And even when I die, hopefully when I do die, I just die, and there's no back and forth kind of thing because that just makes it more confusing because there's all kinds of shit that goes on in your head and you don't know what's real and what's not. And when people argue like, oh, well, when you die, you go through this and you see your relatives and you see this, you see that, you see the light. I mean, I guess my argument for that would be every night when you go to sleep, you dream. Whether you remember it or not, you are dreaming. And it's completely fictional scenarios that you dream about. You are making it up as you go, but it's visual, it's auditory. You feel like you feel what's really going on, but it's a dream. It's not real. So when I think of that, I think of that when I think of when people are dying and they say they come back and they've seen a bunch of stuff. I don't know if it's real or if they were dreaming. If it's part of the dying process and it got interrupted because science brought them back. Snug that one in there. You like that? You went boom right underneath. All right. What else we're only half hour in. Woo. Damn it, Bob. Since we're near the end of the year, what are some of your 2023 highlights? I join every week, but this may be some good info for some new or casual fans on the Biddler. Oh my God. Don't adopt that term. Highlights. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, because we didn't
think about that, and we kind of like next week's show is not going to be a show because we're traveling, and that was like more of a spontaneous thing. We weren't really sure if we were going to travel or not, but we are. So that's kind of what we do. Maybe we'll do that when we come back.
The week after.
Yeah, like the first. What is that? Still. No, it'll be January when we get back. Yeah,
but we can always do a recap.
Maybe we'll do that. We'll save January show, and maybe I'll get. Oh, maybe we can get a couple people on, like previous guests, come on at the same time.
Yeah.
We might be able to. I might be able to do that. I do have a possible guest spot, 2 guests, and I can't tell you anything about it except that if I get these 2 guys, I'm going to be really happy because I think it's going to be a really fun and interesting conversation. Something to do with the Warrens. That's all I can tell you. I can't say any more because I don't want to spoil it. But highlights. Are there some highlights? Other highlights? Actually, I think some of the highlights would be having in studio guests this year.
Yeah.
I mean, this
we
was
had a
our
lot of-
first full year up here in Buffalo and like away from a lot of, away from what we were used to. And it was nice to have Melanie Teresa King.
Mhm.
I think she was our first in studio guest.
Yeah, and then Daniel.
And then
was
Daniel
here.
Reed was here. And then Aaron. So
Yeah.
was that it? I think that was it for in studio guests so far. But all three were great. I mean, we had a great time. Being able to just come in here, have discussions, and in person. I like that. I mean, I love talking to people when I have a guest on here, but to actually have them here, and especially because after the show, we can continue the conversation the more intoxicated we get, which is always makes for great. And I mean, even with like Melanie, we had more of a slumber party kind of thing, and it was fun. It was a lot of fun to do stuff like that. So I think those were my highlights. And I mean, if we're talking, are we talking only about the show?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was about that. I think that was the highlight, really, because we haven't done much. We didn't go on the road and do a
No.
show. Like we could have done it probably at SciCon, but it's just too hard to. There's so many things going on, and I'm usually working and running around. So maybe we'll try
there's
and
not a
like
lot of time at
schedule
SciCon.
it for next year.
We
Maybe
probably
we'll try to
could.
do it. Yeah. I don't see why not. All right, cool. Let's see. What else? What else we got? Anything else?
One more from
Laura. Laura or Lara?
Laura.
Laura? Laura.
Laura.
Laura Croft.
Laura.
Have you ever recently read up on the near-death experiences? So I've looked into it a little bit, and I'm not going to claim to be an expert or anything like that. But I've read up on some of the cases of near-death experiences. I have a couple of books back here on the topic. Near-death experiences are like those experiences where people claim to float out of their bodies, and they're usually floating above. And there's alleged tests where like they've seen things on top of cabinets, or they've heard doctors say things which they couldn't have because they were under anesthesia. Which it still goes back to, were they really under? Were they really under? Were they dreaming this? Were they hallucinating this? Did they actually hear the conversation between the doctor and the nurses and this and that? I mean, there's so many small details, and we get these after the fact. Most of the testimonials are after the fact, well after the fact. Like, I'm not talking days, I'm talking months and years, or sometimes decades after the event, and people are recounting them. And we just don't have the available data. And I know there's some out there, and if Dave Schumacher is still in the chat room, like, he would know a lot better. But I guess we would have to go by case by case. That would be my way of looking at it, like case by case, especially starting with like the top ones. Like, what's the best case for near-death experience, and what was involved, and then work down from there. But I haven't really gone into it much, so I can't comment too much. I can't give a great opinion, but it's something that's cool. But again, it goes into that, are they really dead? I mean, sometimes they are, but when did they hear it? Because that's another thing we have to consider. Like, how many times have you guys and us, like, you wake up and you're like, oh, you know what? 5 more minutes. And then you wake up thinking it's 5 more minutes, and it's like an hour later. Time is different when you're dreaming, when you're sleeping. Time passes differently. I mean, your minutes could be hours could be minutes. It's all there. So you could be coming out of it and hear what's going on. You could be going back into it, hearing what's going on, and remember that. So there's so many details that have to be covered. But these are just things I'm just going off the top of my head. All right, be careful when you jump on Biddle. I hear he bites. I do. I bite and I hit and I, beat the shit out of you. I'm not above like grabbing anything that's near me and hitting you with it.
And there's a lot of shit in here.
There's a lot,
Hopefully you're going.
I'm not talking about like a box or anything. I'll take the monitors off the screen and hit you with it. Like all of them. So.
I know John Kennedy's trying to get on, but he's having technical.
Oh, John.
But he's trying to jump on.
Oh.
So for people that came late, we do have a remote viewing challenge.
Oh yeah, we can go over that.
You want to do that again?
Yeah, so we've done this a bunch of times before. There is something in here. The box is locked. For you remote viewers that want to really do stuff, there is the target ID number. Because apparently that's something that has to be on there for you to find it. And you can make a guess. If you guess what's right, what's actually in this box, you'll win a prize. The guesses have to be pretty exact, like dead on. I'm not going to take something like the color blue, something that's in there that's blue, or it's long. Nothing like that. It has to be a good description of it, so that if I take it out of the box, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, that's totally it." So yeah. If you guess that, I'll open it at the end of the show, and we'll all see what's inside of it. So, since Kenny put it in the box, just read his mind. Forget. There you go. Just read my mind. That's all. Read. I'm thinking of it right now. You ready? There it is. I have a picture of it in my head. I'm thinking about it, and moving on. Whew. That was a mental exercise. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Atkins would say the same thing, Kenny. Bite, eye, gouge. That's right. Mr. Atkins was our instructor, martial arts instructor. He's an awesome guy. But yeah, anything around you, we would use. Totally would use to fight. I'm not. Okay. Oh, wait. John's here. I think John's here. Let's see. Hey, buddy.
Hey, what's going on, man?
It's good to see you. Nice
you
hat.
too, man.
Nice hat. What's
Thank
up?
you.
What's up?
Not a whole lot.
No?
I saw you were doing open mic night, and I was like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna come on and hang out for a little bit."
What you got? What is that?
Four Loco Warhead. It's a sour shit.
Oh, that's a big can.
It is a big can. Very, very strong can.
Nice. What you been up to, buddy?
Not a whole lot. I just got over a really bad sickness and a little bit of a tooth infection, but
yeah,
I've been pushing on and taking a bunch of classes online, actually, at Khan Academy.
Oh, yeah? What kind of classes?
I'm doing the wonderful statistics and probability.
Oh. Whoa.
Yeah.
Fuck no. Did you ever hear the story that Tim Vickers took that twice?
Yeah, he told me that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and try to do it and see if I can do it the first time.
Okay.
Game on, Tim.
Oh my goodness. So you got a topic or a question?
I do not. I was gonna come on and see if somebody else had a question and I can help out. And
oh, cool. Yeah. All right, we're still looking for questions. I think it's a slow night. People don't have questions. We might be stopping at an hour. Oh, we do? What? Yeah.
I mean, we did have a few.
Yeah.
People are guessing now. So.
They're guessing to see if they can get in there. I'm looking. What do you think is in the box, John?
I'm going to go with a figure of Jar Jar Binks.
Oh my God. I will tell you right now, I do not own a figure of Jar Jar. I never will. Dumbest character ever. Ugh.
Agreed 100%. Man.
Hey, you gonna start your show back up?
Yeah. I've been trying to work through some shit, but yeah, I'm definitely starting the show back up. Good. Might change a little bit of the format. Because I'm actually starting to like throughout the week. I go on and look through a bunch of new science articles that are coming out. And I would love to find some of the ones I really like, and at the end of the week, present these articles and see what people think and shit like that.
I mean, if you depending on what the topic is, I mean, I can help you out, and I can give you some guidelines on how to format it, and depending on how good it is, and if it needs editing, might have. I mean, Skeptical Inquirer is always looking for submissions, and if it's on more of the humanist or religious side, we always have free inquiry, which is always looking for submissions too. So keep that in mind. And like I said, I can send you the guidelines for article submissions. So
yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Cool. All right, I got to write that down so I don't forget, because I'm getting old and I forget shit now because I have so many projects going on that.
Here's a question for John.
Oh, question for John. John has a Doctor Who reference shirt on. Are you my mummy? Oh,
great episode right there.
Fucking Daniel Reed.
If you have Doctor Who fans, even though we are not, I know there's a lot of Doctor Who fans that listen.
That's pretty good. But yeah, so let me put my banner up. I have banners. There we go. If you have a question, put it in the chat room. We can take our break early. And then we'll come back. You can stick around. You don't have to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we can actually do our. There was a question. Okay, so yeah, why don't we do that? Why don't we take our break a little bit early
now, and then come back and we'll do the box.
We can do the
and then if there's any questions.
Yeah, if there's any questions, and if not, then we'll just call it an early night, and everyone go and start their holiday weekend. So, there is a question here. We'll get it right after the break, Victoria. All right. Tori. Tori's been here before, right? Yeah, I've seen Andy. Okay, cool. We're gonna take our break. We'll be back in how long? I don't know. 4 minutes and 11 seconds from now. got a co-host. Yeah.
Dude, that intro is fucking awesome, man.
I love that music, man. I got a buddy of mine, Bob Christopher. He makes ghost hunting gadgets, and he made a while ago. He made me a one of those broken radios out of a Scooby-Doo lunchbox, like an old vintage metal Scooby-Doo lunchbox, and I love it. I mean, I'm not big on the ghost box thing, but I love the lunchbox, and it's a novelty for me. He's making me a motion sensing coffin thing. So like those coffin wooden boxes you get from Michael's. He offered to make me one. And I was like, cool. And he's going to put my Skeptical Health Bar logo on the front of it. And then it's going to play that music when it goes off, which is cool. I like that.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I know the glasses that you have on are messed up. They broke it. I had to glow. Donna's on the side, like she's got my glasses on, and they're like this, and she keeps trying to force them to go. I'm like, no, they've already broken, and I've glued them back together. I just, I tilt my head when I use them. And I also wanted to say, because Donna reminded me, back on the highlights, there were 2 times we went on location. So we went to Melanie and Anthony Tresick King's place. And then I think the following week, we went to Jason Hawes from Ghost Hunters. We went to we were at his place, and we did a show from there. And so both times were actually really cool. I enjoyed it, and it was nice. I mean, I have the setup. It's really easy to actually move this stuff.
Take it on the road. But
to take it to SciCon, it's just, it's a pain in the ass because we're flying. And we're so busy. But the more I think about it, the more like I want to do that more. I want to go different places.
Like pack it up and ship it out.
Yeah, we might be able to. I don't trust. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I'm talking about more like going to people's houses and like planning a vacation somewhere and then visiting someone that's nearby and saying, hey, you know what? I'm going to broadcast from your house, and we'll do a show. And I think that would be fun.
There you go. John's inviting us.
All right.
We have a setup here.
Where are you at again?
I'm in Brazil, Indiana.
Oh, that's not too far.
That shouldn't be too bad. Yeah. What's Whispers Estate is in Indiana. Remember that? That's in Indiana. Somewhere in I forget where it is. Where is that? Let me look it up real quick. And I'll ask you, see if you know how close that is. Estate. Mitchell? Indiana? Mitchell, Indiana.
Yeah, Mitchell's about 45 minutes away.
That's not far.
Ooh. Maybe I think the current owners had contacted me a while back. They had seen like a write-up I did from a couple years ago, and they were like, hey, come back out and see, check it out, because new owners, and we really think there's other stuff going on here and stuff. And they were really cool. But it was like at the time there was no way I can make it out there. So maybe maybe next year I can reach out and see if they're still up for it, and we can do like a long weekend or a week.
Yeah, we take some vacation time.
Also, I mean, Dave's probably like an hour and a half away from me. So
shit, I gotta see him too.
Yeah.
I'm only kidding. I love giving Dave shit. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. All right, we did have a question, so let's see.
Here we go.
What is your next article about? So that is a good question, and that's always a mystery, because honestly, I don't go, like, when I'm done an article, I'm usually done with it. I like, unless I'm going to talk about it on a show or like someone else's show, I kind of like, it's gone, it's already out there, it's published, and then I move on. But I have, if you see back here, this whiteboard I have here, this has currently 18 projects that are listed that I'm working on, and they're in various stages of completion. So I have a couple articles that are in the works Let me see. I have one that has to do with a whole bunch of psychics, like not recent psychic cases, but um, there was actually a thing that came up with Susan Gerbic where she was having a let's call it a discussion with a woman that claimed to be a psychic medium, and she, as proof that psychics were real, she sent us an article from Reader's Digest. I'm sorry, I laugh when I say it. An article from Reader's Digest that claimed 20 times that cases were solved by psychics. So I'm in a project with Ben Radford where we're taking a bunch of them and we're looking through them. So we took half each and we're going through all of them and researching them and figuring out what really happened. And so that's actually a long project that we're working on. I did an overnight stay at a place called the Knickerbocker Hotel for world's largest ghost hunt night or something. So I'm going to rate that up because although nothing happened during my stay, they did have some photographs that were up that they present as possibly paranormal, and I had explanations for them. So I'm going to write that up. What else? I have
The real question, Kenny.
Sure.
That last one. Did you capture any orbs?
No, I did not capture any orbs. I did recreate a photo of an apparition, which was fun to do. It did take me about an hour to figure out like exactly how it was done. Because there was something with shadows and where the shadows fell, and you couldn't. Basically, I had to work out the angles of reflection from a mirror to be able to make this work right, while still satisfying the same exact conditions that were done at the time when the original photo was taken, which I was able to do, which was cool. I mean, that was the purpose of me being there. So it was really cool. And there's a bunch of other things. I have a bunch of videos. Oh my God, I still have videos in various stages. I have one that covers, it should be a short one. It's covering the first video evidence, I believe, from the Warrens. The first little video clip that they put out, which when you look at it, you'd be like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, that's it. But I recreated it. And the fun part with that was that I got to use a camera from the time, because we're talking like 1987.
Nice.
And it just so happened that our building manager had like a full VHS tape video recorder, brand freaking new, that he never used and he didn't want, and he brought it in for me. So I was actually able to use this because it still worked to recreate footage from the same year. So I was like, this is awesome.
That's cool as fuck, man.
I love that kind of shit, man. I love it. So I have that. I am a geek.
You are.
Yeah. And I'm proud of it. I love it. I was having so much fun looking at this. And there's other ones. Like I recreated the Brown Lady of Raymond Hall photo, and I want to show like the process of how I did it, because no Photoshop, no digital manipulation, all in camera. And I'm going to show you why. Like I actually have a camera that predates when that photo was taken, but it's the same type of camera. And I'm going to show you why the description of the picture being taken could not have happened the way the witnesses said it happened. And it should be cool once I get done. And then I actually solved the what is it? The Cooper family falling body photo. It's like a picture of like a mom, her mom, and then two kids on their laps. And then there's like a falling body on the side.
Yeah.
Figured it out and have a solid conclusion backed by solid evidence. So I can't wait to get that done. But there's so many things that I have in the works. And it's just like whatever comes up, whatever opportunity arises or whatever, like somebody might email me in the morning and say, hey, I got some information about this case. And it's like, oh shit. All right. So the thing I'm working on goes on the back and I start looking at that. So lots of things. I never know what my next article that will be published will be. I never know what my next video will be because I go back and forth so much. But I'm still getting a stream of shit out.
I love waiting for them, and when they come out, it's just I love reading them, man. Like your perspective on things, just it's awesome.
Oh, that makes me happy, man. I love that. I love that I can bring some information and make people, either happy or more informed. I mean, that's what it's all about. So,
right. Yep.
Here's a question for both of you.
Oh, cool. Both of you getting any more tattoos? If so, what are you thinking? I hear they are addictive. They are.
Definitely
They
are.
They are a little bit.
They are a little addictive. I mean, I have like all of the place in here and shit.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I did want to get I tried to get a Ghostbusters logo, but unfortunately, like I signed up for an appointment and I got pushed back, and it just didn't happen. So I'm still looking to get that done. I would like to get, because I have, like, here I got the Scooby Gang, I have Superman, Donna, I have the Imperial cog up here, and then I have the Rebel Alliance down there, and then I think like up here, or I think it was going to be on my calf.
Yeah, we're gonna do it on here.
I'm going to get the Ghostbusters logo, and that's what I know for now. We'll see what happens when I get it. I'll be like, oh, I like this. I want another one. I need to do the other leg now. Oh man.
What do you have going on, John? Do you have any coming up? Any tattoos?
Any
tattoos?
coming up?
Yeah. Any more?
Yeah,
No.
I have a shit ton more. This is my music side, and
Okay.
so I'm gonna get Avenged Sevenfold, some Blink 182 and shit like that. And then my other side is my heritage side. Yeah, I can't see it. But, yeah, so
Oh,
my
nice.
heritage.
Okay.
So
Cool.
yeah, my whole thing is on my back I'm gonna have a phoenix, because I am not the same person I used to be years ago, and I like who I am now.
Good.
So I wanted to get this phoenix because a lot of it was music and my hereditary, my background. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it made me to the person I am now.
Okay. Good.
And that goes with skepticism and everything else. It's like I it took me 40 something fucking years, but I finally found this person. It's like this is who I want to be. You know what I mean?
Good. I hear you, man. It took me forever to figure out what I wanted to do.
I still don't know what I want to do.
Right.
But
one of my favorite movie quotes, it says, "Some of the best people I know, some of the most amazing people I know, still don't know what they want to be."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it took me I didn't know for a long time. And then
Right.
when I finally did know what I wanted to do, it was that crawling, like
Yes.
tooth and nail fighting to get up here and get noticed, make sure it was quality, because I don't like just getting noticed. I want to make sure that I'm getting noticed because it's good work and I'm doing quality work.
Right.
And once that was in there and there was that little tiny opening that opened up just enough, and I was like, mine, motherfucker. Mine. And I grabbed it and I jumped on it, and here I am.
Hell yeah, man.
A job that I will, even if they close down and fire me, I will not leave. I'm here forever.
Everybody went home early today except for Kimmy.
Yeah. Everybody was gone. I had the whole building to myself. I started going around taking pictures everywhere. Like, what's up? All right. Any other questions?
From Melissa.
Question? Oh, what are you most looking forward to in 2024? wow. I don't know, I'm looking to do more. Like I really, for the first time in my life, I am at a place where I'm not told to shut up. I'm not told to just do what you're told. I'm not in a place where you're expected to do everything, but everyone just does the minimum because nobody gives a shit anymore. Like I'm in a place where I can do different projects. I can offer insight, and people listen. And we implement ideas. And I have team members, coworkers that are like excited about it, and they're like, "Yeah, let's try this. Let's see what happens. If we fail, all right, we learned a lesson. If we do a good job, it gets noticed, and we not only do a good job and get noticed, but it helps the community. We do a lot of community work here. We get people come in, they learn about critical thinking, they learn about science, they learn about us being here, and what they can do to help out or just be a part of this community. And they realize that we're not dicks. we're friendly people that we look out for each other. So it's nice. I have great coworkers, and it's just nice to be able to come over here, throw ideas out. That they're honest with me. They don't bullshit me. If they like an idea, they like it. If they don't like it, they tell me why, which is great because that's exactly how I like to treat other people. So I'm looking to do more of what I'm already doing and build more. I'm actually looking forward to traveling some because I do have a budget, and it was increased a little bit. And last year we did a little pilot program where I was able to travel to a few places and do lectures, meet with other groups, different parts of the country, and bring them together and talk to them, and not just lecture for them, but we lectured. We had social aspects to it. We did like a group tour together. The next night, we got to hang out at a pub and really talk and get to know each other and build relationships. And I'm looking to do that more. I'd like to get to some more places and just spread the word, and not just get me to do this. I want to get other people to do it. And if anyone's interested, next month, January, I'm doing an early announcement here, but next month, January, I think 17th, I think that's it. January 18th, Ben Rafford will be here. He's going to do a talk for us because we're gearing up for the eclipse that's coming up, the solar eclipse, the total solar eclipse, because we're in the path of totality. But he's going to be here in January. He's going to give a talk. January 20th. Oh, wait. January 18th is when he'll be here, but January 19th, he'll be in studio. So doing this show. So I'm excited about that because he's a buddy of mine, and it's good to see him. I don't get to see him in person, so that'll be fun. And there's just I don't know what to expect, and I love that. I love it. Like whatever comes up next week, we might come up with a whole idea that like we got to do this, we got to do that, we're gonna do these big projects. I love it. What do you got?
All right, so now you're saying that it's reminding me of a bunch of stuff that's coming up, especially for the James Webb Space Telescope. The shit we're finding out just in the last year. All right.
Yeah.
It's already mind blowing. So I'm super excited to see where James Webb Space Telescope is going to go. How far back we can go. How close to the Big Bang we can actually get. As far
as I know, because we've had some speakers here that have talked about that. And I think really there's only so far. Like there's a weird concept. Like when we talked about the Big Bang, like I always thought the idea was that it started somewhere at one point and then boom. But as I understand it now, which was explained to me, it happened everywhere. Everywhere. But the limitations of light still hinder how far we can see. So if we get to see back to the Big Bang, there's still more beyond that because the Big Bang happened everywhere. but the idea of light and the speed of light only allows us to see so far.
Right. And
It's
that's kind of where we're at right now. I think the closest we are is 600,000 years after the Big Bang, which
we're really
sounds
close.
like sounds like a lot, but when you're talking about the Big Bang and the course of the universe as a whole, that's a very, very small uh, account. So
So it
if
looks like Webb sees about 13.5 billion years.
yes, yes,
Yeah. Back in time to 0.3 billion years when the first stars began. Don't see objects. Don't see what else. I'd have to look into that more. But yeah, I think we're like really, really close.
right, yeah,
And it's amazing. And you're right.
right.
Like, the images that have come out already, just I stare at them. Like I see them get released. I'm like, wow, that's cool.
They're gorgeous. It's just
Yeah.
like it's mind blowing, man. And like we have this one little this planet Earth and all of the problems we have here and the fights and all that shit. It's like when in the grand scheme of things, when you're looking back on this type of shit, like all of these problems, all of these tiffs we're having with each other are fucking they're pointless in the grand scheme of things.
Right. Oh my god, I love it. I love how science has advanced so far that we can do
Yes,
that, and I'm excited to see what else happens. I mean, there's
absolutely.
a lot of bad shit happening right now, and I'm hoping that there's a good outcome. I mean, it looks like we're going to be in it for a while, um, and it's going to just divide us a lot. And I'm hoping it doesn't go into another civil war, but uh, it's painful to see.
It is.
Another question.
Oh, all right. Kat says, seasonal question. If you were Bob Marley and were visited by four ghosts, would you learn the lessons they were trying to teach, or would you be too busy trying to gather evidence to prove they were real? Yes. My first thing, like, poke, poke, poke. Like, how is this possible? Am I dreaming? Wait a minute. Let me see what's going on.
He's not going to learn any lessons.
I mean, yeah, I need to see if they're real. That's you don't want to teach me something? Teach me, but we're going back and forth. All right. You can try and teach me some kind of moral lesson, but I'm gonna figure out what you are. Okay, you got something to add?
Not about that, but
Uh-oh.
there's somebody says something. I have to go back.
Okay. But yeah, well, too busy trying to gather evidence. Yeah, I want to see what they're like. Am I dreaming? What's going on? Why doesn't my instruments work? Yeah, Pale Blue Dot. It's a good book.
Yeah. Who was it? Cat May.
Yeah.
Cat May.
Never
Yeah,
gets
she was talking about his Pale Blue Dot, and it is one of my favorite books. Carl Sagan, he's the one that really got me into this type of stuff. Just the way he talked, how much passion he had for the human race and trying to better what was going on.
right.
Like Carl Sagan he's an idol to me.
I mean, I love going back and watching his videos.
Yes.
Videos of him talking at colleges or anywhere, and one of the things we were thinking about is maybe doing a Cosmos viewing here,
Oh,
like because we have an auditorium with a big screen, and it would be just fascinating to watch because I've seen the one with Tyson, but I
yeah,
don't think I've watched the entire one with
Carl Sagan.
Carl Sagan. Yeah,
Yeah,
brain fart. And I think it would be fun, really fun to just be like, you know what, we're doing this here, but I got to look into licensing and make sure that we're allowed to have a viewing party like that. But I'm going to try and make it happen.
I would love to be a part of that.
That would be awesome. I'll let you know if it happens.
All right.
We're We'll put out an event page, and you'll hear about it.
Fuck yeah, man.
All right. Can you learn from fiction as well as truth, reality? So, fiction, it depends. I mean, what kind of truth are we talking about? I mean, because the nature of fiction is fiction. It's made up. It's not real, but it can be based. Elements of fiction can be based on reality. So, what is the truth that you are learning? I mean, if you're learning a truth that's based in reality, then you are learning from reality. A lot of fiction is inspirational. I get inspiration from watching different TV or movies. I mean, hell, when Captain America picked up the hammer, holy shit, I was inspired. But I also get inspiration from books, fantasy books that I've read. I think it's really cool. That was related to the ghost teaching you lessons, and you begin to. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to answer this now.
Can I chime in real quick?
Yeah.
Bob says something which is where I kind of land on this. He says, where fiction can create reality. So, for instance, if I were to come to you guys and say, "Hey, I went on this ski trip. I did all these tricks and shit, and came down and everybody's clapping." Right? This never happened, but when I tell you guys this happened in your minds, this is an actual event that happened. But to me, it's just a made up story I told you guys.
Right.
So which one's the actual objective reality kind of thing? Is it yours, what you think, your story you set up, or is it what I actually did?
I like. Uh, I mean, I'm looking at some of the comments, Hal, and like Bob's comment about fiction can create reality. And I mean, a good
Right.
example of that is Star Trek. I mean, the original series,
Yeah.
Gene Roddenberry and his ideas. I mean, so many gadgets from there we can see in our lives. The flip
Right.
phones, communicators. The injections, the medical injections by McCoy. We have them. Um, I'm still not sold on a teleporter or transporter. I'm not doing that because I think that kills you and just makes a double. So I'm not even going to get into that.
No, hold on. I kind of do want to get into that for a second.
Oh,
So,
damn it!
so okay. If we were to get into that, you get into that whole boat thing. If we have a boat from way back in the Nordic ages, and every year we were to take parts of this boat and change it to upgrade it, at what point is this boat no longer a part of the old group, but it's a part of a new group now?
So that oh my god, I forget the name of it. There's a name for that argument.
Yeah, I forget it too, and
It's a
that's my fault.
philosophical question of how much can you replace that?
Yeah,
fuel
the ship of thesis,
along
right,
the original-
right there.
yeah,
Who is it? Daniel Reed. Thank you.
yeah. Thank you, Daniel. And it's like how much can you replace before it becomes
Right.
something different? And I really don't know where we're going with this.
No, because here's where we're going. Because you said something about if we were
Oh, the
transported.
transporter, yeah.
Yes.
So
So
yeah,
how
I mean,
much?
that
How much? Go ahead.
how much is left of you? Like I don't know, because I mean, to me, it looks like the original gets copied, and in that copying, you're annihilated
Yes.
and reproduced.
Yep.
So it's not you. The original
Right.
you died a horrible, agonizing death that no one got to see because you were just turned into atoms.
Right.
And they take material, matter, energy, matter at the other location and just reassemble you, and then it's not you.
So if I were to take that code that you're talking about, and I skip forward to like 4025, and I said, here's these coordinates, here's these numbers. I want you to recreate Kenny Biddle right now, and they recreated from these numbers and all this shit. For all intents and purposes, they recreate you.
Yes,
Is that really you?
it's another me.
Right.
Only up to the
Right.
time of that recording. Only up the time when they got that sample.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like AI. It's only good up to the point.
It's that's a different topic. That's a whole different topic. But yeah, I mean it's just it's
You guys are so
whatever. Tiffany asked, "Are you resurrected?" I wouldn't consider it resurrecting because you'd have to die first and resurrect the same body would have to be resurrected.
Right, and that's
so
that's
yeah,
the crux of that's the crux of it. You'd have to have the same body.
yeah.
To get that specific lineup again is, I don't think it can happen. It it's not probable.
I hope it never happens. I mean,
Me too, man.
I hope we get faster than light travel. I hope we figure something out like that. I hope we can bend time and space. I'll totally do a Stargate because I don't consider that transporting. That's opening a wormhole and just walking through. That's fine. But no, beam me up, Scotty. Screw you, Scotty. Stay up there yourself. I'm good. I'll take a shuttle.
Yep. Yep.
I love how this is turning into a philosophical debate now.
Oh yeah.
Uploading, like Daniel Reed, same thing as singularity. I think uploading your consciousness to a computer.
Oh man.
I would do it. I would do this.
Man.
If I'm at the end of life, and I know I only have like days left, or which I hope never happens, I get something that I start losing my mind. If I start losing my memories and such, forget it. Like, where to plug me in, upload me, and give me a robotic body. I'm good. Or I'll do oh man, the evil doctor in Captain America that gets uploaded on tape. I don't want to do the tape though. I mean, I want to be purely digital into the internet.
See, and honestly, my thing would probably be I have certain things I want to pass on to the next generation.
Yeah, so
Like,
Kenny would become a computer, but not have copies of himself made to travel
yes,
quicker. Yes,
right, yep,
it wouldn't be me.
right. It wouldn't.
Here, I think, and again, this is speculation, and we're all speculating, but I would die, and the copy would be somewhere else, not me.
Right.
So
Yep.
that's why it's not. That's why I don't want it, because I'm not traveling. The copy of me would be traveling. I'll take a shuttle. Open a wormhole. Send me in. Oh man. I like when these shows go off topic like this and get a little.
I did too. I love it, man.
Let's see. I would like to be able to regenerate. I'd like to be able to regenerate. That would be cool. Like
Yeah.
Deadpool, Wolverine.
Like Deadpool, yes. Fuck yeah. Dude, Deadpool. Oh my god. If I were to bow down to any fucking person in history, it would be fucking Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds. My god. That man.
And Tiffany has a good question, follow-up question. Wouldn't you being a computer also be a copy of yourself?
No.
So yeah, I don't think it would be. I mean, you could certainly make a copy of data.
It'd be a copy, and it would answer the questions as very base of what you do.
This
However,
is the bio hard drive.
Yep.
That's basically what you have, a biological hard drive.
Yeah.
And to download it, to take everything in here into a different kind of hard drive, and then this would be blank.
Right.
This would be nothing. I think that would still be me. And the body would die, but my consciousness would hopefully still be on. I don't know what I don't know.
Right. And then
I'm gonna wait to end of life. Because then it won't matter.
Real quick, Kenny.
Yeah.
That's where my whole problem is. Like, get rid of all of the religion and all the everything else. My problem is where is that one thing, that consciousness, that it goes from I'm here in this real world right now to I'm no longer here, and there's this soul or something that keeps moving on forward. Like, what is that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what makes us us. And different from animals. I mean, we're all animals, but
Yeah,
we're
absolutely.
more intelligent. Oh my God.
I don't even know about more intelligent. There's some facts that just dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. All right, I think I'm going to do our announcements, and I'm going to start wrapping this up.
Remote viewing.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah.
Real quick, thanks for having me on, buddy. It was nice to hang out with you, man.
You can stay. I mean, close out the show with me. I'm going to find the key. Here, there it is. All right. So, did you write down all the guesses?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to give you a last chance. Like 2 minutes. If you want to make another guess, everyone, you can make a guess. I'll move it again. I'll hold the lock.
Oh shit! That's a Pokemon card.
Oh yeah, sure. What do you think it is?
I think it's some kind of Matchbox card.
Matchbox. I think it's a Pokemon card that the Pokemon is Bob. God damn it, Bob.
Damn it, Bob. Pokemon card. We got more guesses. Rubik's Cube, Slimer.
We have a Santa Claus figure.
Okay.
Superman figure. Lip balm. Scooby Doo or Alien.
Okay.
And Grogu.
Grogu. Yeah.
Grogu.
Godzilla.
Godzilla again? No. I don't think Godzilla will ever go back in the box. Ooh, look at that. That's nice. That's cool.
That's one I'm working on for Three Tortured Souls.
Oh, cool. Oh, we got some YouTubers. Victoria.
Oh yeah.
Jump Drive. Elf on the Shelf.
Elf on the Shelf.
Wow. Okay. All right. What do you think? Can we open it?
Yeah.
Should we open it?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to open it. Here we go. We're going to put the key in so you can all see that I'm doing this in front of you. If I can do this in front of you. There we go. All right. Taking this off. Everyone's so excited. I know you're like, oh, like what's in the box? Here we go. Here we go.
What's in the fucking box?
Oh, it's the space shuttle.
Oh, I was so close.
So close.
Space shuttle?
It is not.
Oh,
nope.
I said Matchbox car.
You said a Matchbox car, not a car.
Hmm.
Space shuttle.
Oh man, I'm so close.
It's actually a Discovery. Discovery. There you go. Nobody won. Nobody won. Oh.
And it was such a cool gift.
But I'll tell you what, because you came on and hung out with me, shoot me your address again, and I'll send you one of these CDs.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. Because
Thank
you
you,
came
buddy.
on, you braved it, you came on, you kept me company. Yeah, I'll send you one. Because I got a bunch.
Kenny, I appreciate you, man. Like, seriously, when you come on and shit, I can pass this on to my son, and he loves you, man. Like,
Awesome.
Every time I send him, I'm like, hey, check this out. He's like, oh, it's Kenny. Hell yeah. And like,
That's awesome, man. I love that. That's awesome. You're a good guy. I'm glad you come out and hang out with us. I'm glad you
oh,
came
yeah,
on
man.
and just hang out a little bit. I'm looking forward to you getting your show back up and running.
Me too, man. And
so
I'm gonna have you as a guest on my show.
Absolutely. I'll come on. We can talk some shit, learn some
Oh
shit.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Let me do some announcements. You stick around.
Oh yeah.
So let's see. Coming up, well, this Monday is Christmas.
Yeah.
So some people will be off and enjoying stuff. I might take the morning off and come to work because I love it here. Nothing for the rest of the year. Actually, I have no plans for the rest of December. January, couple things coming up, couple actual fun things. So January 13th, if you're in this area, Buffalo, New York area, and you're into Legos, you can come here to the center because we're going to start doing, we have one of our coworkers, Paul, excuse me. He's in a Lego building club and he will be hosting a Lego day where you can come here, I think 1 to 5, something like that.
Legos?
You can build Legos.
Oh,
You got to bring your own set, or bring your own stuff, which is cool. I mean, I'll definitely drop by and pick up a new set, but you can come here. We got big tables out there. I posted pictures, I think last week, showing people guy had a Titanic. Look at that. I have that too. I have that on the bottom of my shelf here. And there's a lot that goes on. I mean, it looks like fun. I think we're going to start once a month kind of thing. We're trying to see how many people will show up. So again, that is January 13th. If you're in the area, it's a Saturday. January 18th will be Ben Rafford. He's going to be speaking here at the center. He's going to be doing a talk on I think it's myths and legends associated with solar eclipses or lunar eclipses. It's going to be about folklore and eclipses. So it looks to be interesting. I can't wait to hear that. And then that Saturday, the 20th, we're going to be in Rochester for it's going to be like a Q&A. Me and Ben Rafford are going to do like a Q&A kind of thing with the Rochester Skeptics and then also the Western New York branch of CFI. We're going to get together. There's a pub. They rented a room. We're going to do a nice big get together, hang out, have some fun. And then I think that's really it until April 8th. We're going to have, that's the eclipse. We're going to have a big event. It's an all-day thing here. So you can sign up online. There's an event page already. You can sign up. We're going to have food. We're going to have activities. We have free glasses to give out, solar eclipse glasses, so you can watch it. We're going to have we're going to be building pinhole cameras for kids so you can use them. There's also other kind of solar viewers. We're going to have a lot of stuff going on here. And I also have a filter, thanks to my wife, for my camera. So I'm going to take some pictures, see what I can get. I don't know what else is there. Oh, there might be. So this might be. I got to look into it. May. What is it? May? Is it May? I think it's May or June. June 1st and 2nd. There is a forensic. Remember that forensic conference?
Oh yeah.
In Texas, I heard about.
No, it's in Nashville.
Nashville. That's right.
It's
Nashville. It's some kind of forensic thing or eyewitnessing. I don't know. It's something to do with forensics because I was excited about it. And I might be going to that conference.
It's
crime scene. Isn't it crime scene? Like science
yeah.
Or something like that. Crime scene. This is why I love live shows because it's like, hold on, crime scene.
In Nashville.
Convention. Nashville. Crime Con. That's it. Crime Con. immersive weekend-long event dedicated to all things true crime and mystery solving. So I'm looking forward to that. I think that's going to be awesome. Hopefully we'll be able to schedule it and get out there. And I think that's it. That's about it for now. There might be one or two things. I'm looking ahead. Oh, September 6th and 7th, we'll be in Western Pennsylvania for the Bigfoot camping weekend, put on by Eric Altman. So that's a conference to look forward to. And then finally, October will be SciCon again. So lots of stuff going on. There's going to be tons more in the works. And also, if anyone likes to do voice, not voice acting, but voice reading, we're doing a pilot program here where we're having volunteers either come in or do it on their own, where they read some of the SI articles. And it's for hearing impaired or visually impaired people that can't read the articles we put out. So we're doing audio versions. So if you're interested like that, email the outreach program and we'll tell you more about it. So that's it. I think that's it. You got any announcements? Well, you doing all your funky shit there, man. I see what you're doing.
No, no, actually, my dad, one of the things he wanted to do when he was growing up was translate sign language, because my aunt, she is 100% deaf.
Okay.
So he wanted to teach her, because way back in the fucking 70s and 80s, they looked down on the deaf and shit.
You're right. Yeah.
So my dad was there, and he fucking taught that kind of shit to me, and it's kind of cool when you're saying, like, you're bringing on people from all these different places, and like
it's going to be fun. It's Eric behind the wall. That it's his project. Somebody called here who is blind, and he was really interested in the material that we have. He wanted to know about the articles and stuff, and we told him we do have a podcast called Point of Inquiry, but there was a lot more. Especially there was reference material from that podcast, and he wanted to get into it more. So Eric had the idea, like, let's see if we can get some people to come in and read some of these articles. And like I did one for him, so I read my own article, and I'm going to do a bunch more. And we got some other volunteers like Adrian Hill. She's done one. Daniel Reed.
She's awesome, man.
She is. Giggles.
Yeah.
Adrian Hill giggles. So we're going to have a bunch set up, I think, for his launch. He's going to launch this program and see how it goes. And we actually just started to set up a mini studio in one of the offices, so that when people come and visit, we can have them, we can sit them down and say, all right, would you do one? Yes. Cool. Come on back here and we'll set you up. So I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. I think this is going to be a good thing. I really think an audio version of the articles, I think, will be great. So
just looking at what you have, it's like it's all set up to where no matter what, you're going to learn something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're going to learn. You're definitely going to learn.
Yep.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All
Good
right,
to see you, John.
You too, man.
Jahan.
It's the age.
Yeah.
All the Johns out there don't have the age yet.
All right. Oh boy. All right, everyone else, have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us for the last 2 hours or so. It's great seeing you. Great questions. Had fun tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Have a great weekend. Have a great, safe holiday week thing, because we got Christmas and New Year's coming up. So if you celebrate it, just have fun. Be careful. Don't drink too much.
Real quick. I will say, to people out there, if you don't have family that respects you, come to me and my family, because we accept you no matter what.
Awesome. And happy Festivus for the rest of us. That's right.
Exactly. Yep.
Happy solstice too. I mean, that just
Hell
passed.
yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, guys.
And
Take it
Happy
easy.
New Year.
Happy New Year, all that good stuff, and we will see you next
New
year.
Year.
Yeah,
Yes.
see you next year. All right, bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.